Seems like it doesn't matter if we want to use it politely or not, as the guy said. Hey everyone, welcome back to more of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Previously, we were getting ready for the Wing Ceremony, which is essentially a competition that'll let us graduate into being a knight. But unfortunately, our Loftwing is missing. You heard? Seems like Groose and his, I guess, gang. Seems like they may have done something with our bird around the waterfall. So we got a sword. We're gonna go check that out. So moving forward, or getting going here, I want to talk about, because, you know, why wouldn't I? I'm going to talk a little bit about a thing that isn't related to this game specifically, but just kind of my history with Zelda as we make our way over there, since it takes a second anyway. And it's the fact that I kind of mentioned Zelda as a series that means a lot to me. That's because Zelda's a game I actually almost didn't grow up with, because it's one that I almost completely just blanked out, or not blanked out, but missed out on growing up. This has to do with the fact that actually when I was very little, I just didn't have much interest in games like Zelda. But my dad actually suggested Zelda because we had the Wind Waker on the GameCube, and I just never played it. Because I just played like other things on the GameCube, like Animal Crossing, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Kirby Air Ride, things like that. I just didn't play Zelda, right? But he recommended it, and I sat down, and I ran around, and I enjoyed just the island and stuff. And I'll kind of continue talking, put a pause on that real quick, because if we talk to them now. Did you hear the news? One of the students in the Wing Ceremony has lost his bird. It's gone missing. Oh, really? That's terrible. The other truth are not comfortable around birds. It's their talons. They look so sharp and painful. I'm pretty sure all their voices have changed. I apologize. But yeah, as I was saying, when I played the game, and it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. But there's a little bit of an embarrassing thing. So when I played Zelda, also here's a funny thing: you can actually stab these pumpkins and have it be like impaled on the sword. The first time I played Zelda, I was still very young, and I didn't quite have the whole reading thing down yet. I mean, I could read, I just didn't like to. And of course, as you probably could guess and already may know, Zelda's quite known for being a heavily text-based game, where you're gonna have to be reading a lot to understand the story and stuff and what to do. So I would just spam through the cutscenes, because I wanted to just run around on the island, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But when it came to the part where you need to get the sword, I had no idea how to get the sword, so I was just stuck on the first island of the game. And I assumed at the time that that was all there was to the game. Like, oh, there's a sword somewhere here. I don't know where to get it, but I'm sure you just stay on this island anyway. But I still thought it was really cool. And so for like the first like few weeks of me playing the game, I just could not find the sword. And I thought that all there was to it was being on that first island. It's one of those funny stories of when you're a kid and, you know, you're either stupid or just are kind of lazy with that stuff and miss out on some of those things.
Look at this thing. Who knows how long the statue has been here? It only has one eye. Poor thing. Probably know this, but you can press up on the directional pad to look around.
So I guess we'll take a gander at it, as the man suggested. That is indeed one eye, so what that's worth. But yeah, just a little story I kind of want to share. You know, share a little bit of my life with you guys, but also just a little bit of my Zelda history with it, because it's, yeah, it means a lot to me. Seems as though we've sensed something. Waterfall Cave. Beware of blood-sucking monsters. No kids allowed. Well, at least they clarified. So you actually do need the sword to progress here. Similar, funny enough, to the story I was talking about, to Wind Waker, where you actually need to get sword to get past the... can I break down? There you go. To get past some of the trees. If you are to break a sign with a sword, the sign is broken. It's not possible to read it. Now, this will repair after you go to a different load zone. So, for example, if we left this cave, that'll be repaired. But it's just another silly little detail about the game. So here we have the Waterfall Cave. And here we have our first enemy. These are Keese. They are bats that have appeared in quite a lot of the Zelda series. They're fairly easy to defeat. There's not too much to them. There we go, as you just saw. And here we have a Choo-Choo, another enemy that's appeared quite a bit in the series. If we take a detour here to the right, we can find a tiny little chest. These little brown ones are going to contain usually money. In this case, we got a red rupee. It's worth 20 rupees. Don't spend it all in one place. Here. Oh, and we actually got a pretty lucky thing there. You got a jelly blob. It may look like a boring wad of gunk, but it's used to making all sorts of things. So this is actually a material, and materials are one of the parts of Skyward Sword that are actually very new to the series, and it's very interesting. Now, for now, it holds no purpose, but it is worth knowing that is a rare drop from Choo-Choo's. Well, like, kind of rare drop. So it's kind of interesting. We got lucky enough to actually get one there. So here's another one here. Oh. So yeah, if you want to, you can make sure you kill everything just to try to get any drops they may have. Another Choo-Choo there. You're a bit of a steep incline, so you'll actually want to run up it, so you can actually get up, otherwise you'll slide back down. Another Choo-Choo here. For the most part, basic attacks like swinging left and right on some of these earlier enemies is actually very easy, and that is another very lucky thing there. You got a Monster Claw. This extremely sharp claw looks painful to even touch. That is another pretty rare material. Could drop from Keese and some other creatures, again, we haven't seen yet. That is actually incredibly lucky to get both, at least this. Well, not incredibly lucky, but it is very lucky to get both of those. Also, I'm sorry about that. That is a Keese! Okay, there we go. So yeah, easily the reason the Keese are dangerous is if you're climbing or something like that, then kind of come out of nowhere and hit you. Got a red rupee, it's worth 10 rupees. Spend it all on tax money, because tax jokes are ones that are relatable to some people. So there we go, we got rid of that guy. And these, spin attack. So there, when it is a, when its eyes turn red, that is when it's actually going in to try to attack you. Also, I heard the rupee sound, there it is. That's when it's actually going around to try and attack you. So that's when you want to make sure you either get out of the way or you're ready to dodge. But otherwise, they're pretty easy to avoid. Same with the Choo-Choo, they are pretty easy to avoid. Takes 2 swings to take care of the Keese right now. So it's not terrible, not great either. Here we have a little cubby spot here. Has 2 red rupees, 40 rupees. As you can see, we already have 170 rupees, which is actually pretty good. You can get right there. There is a heart from a monster there, and there's one more piece. Got a blue rupee. Seems like we made it out of the cave. I feel like blood sucking was a strong word to use there, because I really didn't think that's what they were trying to do. Link! That was a very weird Link, I apologize. Hey Link, I was hoping I'd find you here. I heard you'd gone searching for your bird around the waterfall, so I thought I'd fly around and help you look. How's your search going? Any sign of your Loftwing? Oh no. Let's not lose hope yet. There's a place up ahead that Groose and his gang are always hanging around. Maybe we'll find something there. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling for me? Oh, sorry Link. I got distracted for a moment. Let's go. So now I guess we need to look up ahead. We have Zelda with us, helping us search. See if we can find our bird. Look, there he is! No doubt about it. That's your Loftwing, Link. What cruel monsters would put a bird in a cage? Yeah. The evil. We would never do that. So we can actually cut off the string here. String, yeah, this is string. Cut off the rope here and free our bird. What is wrong with me? Should fly to the ceremony. But before you go, I have to ask you something. I heard this voice a few moments ago. Did you hear it too? It's been happening a lot lately. It's the strangest feeling. Almost like someone is calling out to me. Have you ever wondered what's beneath the clouds? Some say that it's an empty, barren place. Or even that there's nothing at all down below. But I just have this feeling that they're wrong. Some of Father's old textbooks talk about a place called the Surface. The old tales describe a whole world under there, far more vast than Skyloft. The thing is, no one's ever been down there to see it, and our Loftwings won't fly through the cloud barrier. But I can't help imagining the wild things that might be waiting below. Someday, I want to see it for myself. Oh, sorry, Link. We don't have time to talk. Let's get going. Look, your bird's waiting for you. Just leap off the edge and press down on the directional pad. Don't worry about falling. Your bird will catch you for sure this time. As long as you aren't actually pushing me and I can jump of my own accord, why not? So as Zelda said, all we have to do is press down on the directional pad, and presumably that'll help us call our bird. I feel like that'd probably hurt Link and the bird, but okay. And here we have one of the major mechanics of Skyward Sword. Flying on our Skyloft. Flying on our bird. So as you can see, Link, let's run your bird through the basics just to make sure he's not hurt. You can fly your bird in any direction. When it's headed upward, it'll slowly lose speed. When you want to speed up, direct your bird upward to gain altitude, then drop into a fast dive. So again, gain some altitude, then dive to speed up. Those are the basics of getting your bird at top speed. Yep, so it's kind of like actually the wing cap from Mario 64, if any of you played that game before. So how's he handling it? Think he's flying alright? Yep, so as you can see, you can actually steer using motion controls as well, which I know like a lot of people find annoying. Left and right to actually steer it. Having the Joy-Con go fly up, or flinging it upward to the sky, will help you flap up to the, well, sky, higher up. That meter to the left is what shows you how close to the sky barrier you are, excuse me, and how close you are to the top of the map. It's impossible to fly into the sun. When I was a kid, I thought you'd actually die if you went too high, but no. While riding your Loftwing, you can press right on the directional pad anytime to go over the basic controls again. You can also charge, which is an attack that also gives you a burst of speed as well as slow down when you need to. Try all these moves and see how they feel. Yep, so we have B, which is kind of like a break, which will slow you down. You'll eventually go into this like free fall form if you sit there for too long or if you slow down too much. And X is a charge. You'll use one of those little wing icons. You can only do 3 at a time. They will recharge slowly over time. They give you a little burst of speed, and they do some damage to airborne enemies. So you will want to make sure you keep those in mind, as they can be useful, especially given there are some enemies that you actually will need to fight in the sky. So I think I started a little bit saying that, so my apologies. That's a huge relief. I don't know about you, Link, but your Loftwing looks like he's feeling great. My father knows are probably worried about your bird, so let's go give him the good news. Your Loftwing really is amazing, especially considering everything the poor guy has been through this morning. I'm gonna fly back and tell Father what happened. Apparently running means flying. I think it's implied that she goes to her bird.
Well, if it isn't Link. Word around the plazas you found that dumb bird of yours. Well, that's just great, because you and your dumb bird can't tell time. All the pre-race warm-ups me and the guys did were for nothing. Almost stiff. We wait forever for the race to start and they delay it for you. I don't get it. The big flake gets special treatment. You're almost a man, and yet you still can't seem to go anywhere without Zelda. But you can't even decide what to have for lunch on your own, huh? Don't think we haven't noticed the smug look. Oh, Zelda and I are best friends. We go everywhere together. Ugh, you think you're pretty suave, don't you? Well, don't you?
Grease has been going on forever about how he's gonna be the one to be with Zelda. He's like got his pompadour and a ruffle about her.
Hate to break it to you, but today's the day I burst this adorable little fantasy land you're living in. Zelda's playing the role of the goddess at today's ceremony, and I'm gonna be the one to claim that sailcloth. When I heard she made it herself, man, no way was I gonna let some scrawny clown snatch that prize from me. Oh yes, that sailcloth, Zelda. Wait, that sailcloth. Zelda's sailcloth will be mine. Oh man, I bet she was thinking about me when she was stitching it. Yep, I can see it now. First I win the big race, then Zelda and I finish the ceremony together on the statue. Just the two of us. It'll be our special moment alone. And nobody's stopping me and Zelda from having our moment. Oh, it's so real, I can see it. Oh yeah.
Groose! Psst, Groose! Behind you! Right behind you!
What? Can't you two see I'm in the middle of... Oh!
Care to explain just what you meant by our special moment alone?
Nothing big really. Just... Link, yeah, I was just telling my buddy here how glad I was they found that red bird of his. Boy, am I looking forward to a fair race. Anyhow, later, Zelda. Look for me during the race. I'll be the one pulling off all the dangerous moves.
The awkward just strut away. He knows you got caught.
Hey, Gross, wait up!
Did you hear that guy? Fair race. Yeah, the chances of that happening are just about less than 0. Either way, don't let those fools get you down, Link. Just get out there and fly the best you can. I know you've got these guys beat, and deep down, I think you do too. Yeah. That's the spirit, Link. Trust me, you can win this.
The wing ceremony will now begin. Participating students, please assemble.
Looks like it's race time. Good luck, Link. Made it back just in time, apparently. My dad watched the beginning of this game when I was doing a practice run at the beginning to kind of make sure I knew what I wanted to talk about with these bullet points, and I'm going to steal his joke. I don't want to know what they fed to these poor birds to have those colors come out of their rear.
Hey! Your attention, please. At last, we are ready to begin the wing ceremony. I was beginning to worry that we need to proceed without Link, but luckily that is no longer a concern. I'm glad you can all make it. Before we start, I'll explain the rules of today's competition. I have attached a small statuette to this bird who I'll then release to the skies. On my signal, dash from the starting line and dive off the ledge. Once you're in the air, mount your Loftwing. Remember to call your bird promptly with down on the directional pad once you dive off the edge. Whoever catches the bird and claims the statuette will be this year's champion. Those are the rules. Simple enough, I should think. But need to hear them again?
Nope. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. As you well know, today's champion will graduate to the next class, bringing him one step closer to knighthood. He'll also receive a gift from the young woman chosen to play the role of the goddess in this year's ritual. Today is a special day for many reasons, but it is also the 25th anniversary of our fine institute. To celebrate the occasion, today's champion shall also receive his gift from atop the statue of the goddess. I hear the young woman performing the role of the goddess this year has crafted the gift herself. And as you all know, the role of the goddess this year will be performed by the lovely Zelda. Let's see your finest flying out there, and show me just how hard you've been practicing. Also, I want to see good, clean flying, not fighting. Flying, no fighting. Just flying. Anyone caught interfering with other riders will answer to me. That goes double for you, Gross! Hey! Alright, gentlemen, line up at my command. The competition will begin.
See, they know who the bully is.
Looks more like a fighting stance, but okay. Go! Now we're gonna run off and call our Loftwing as fast as possible.
And even though it looks like we got our Loftwing on fastest, we're actually gonna push the furthest back. While this is starting out, as you can see, you have like the yellow symbol showing the bird, so we have to get down there as fast as possible. What's interesting is it says the 25th anniversary of this institute, or of the academy. It's because the original Skyward Sword actually came out in the 25th anniversary of Zelda, so it's just kind of more of a wink and a nod to that. It's not actually all that important. There we go. And once you get close, just press A to initiate this.
Hey, don't you know this is my day to get all the glory?
I love how his bird has the same pompadour as him, like they all have the pompadour.
Yeah, you heard him. Let's see how you fly with egg on your face.
So now they have heat-seeking omelet-making eggs. I don't know how they get this, but as you can see, the eggs actually will move with you. But you do have to dodge them. If they hit you, they slow you down quite a bit. So you want to make sure you try to dodge those as best you can. It's best to dive down to gain speed and then flap last second to kind of get away from them. You can also use your boost if you need to. Oop, like that. And there we go. This is a minigame that has challenged a lot of people, but it really isn't all that bad if you get used to it. But I can definitely see it giving people who are not used to the motion control stuff a little bit of trouble. You got the bird statuette. Proves your victory today. Wait till Zelda sees this. Link! Oh god, that was a weird close-up! Don't worry, I'm fine. Great flying, Link. Congratulations. Now we better get on with the ceremony. Link, hand me that bird statuette you grabbed in the race. I must offer it to the goddess. Great goddess, guiding light and protector of our people, grant us your blessing and mercy as I act in your stead during this ceremony. Valiant youth who grasped victory at the celebration of the bird folk, in accordance with the old ways, I now bestow the blessings of the goddess upon you. The blessings of the goddess drift down from the heavens aloft to sail, which I now pass on to you. You got the sailcloth. Now you can jump from any height without fear of a painful landing. It smells nice, too. Link, quit goofing. This is supposed to be a sacred ritual, remember? You know they say that the goddess gave the sailcloth to her chosen hero long ago. Of course, the one you're holding isn't the same one. I've been working hard to finish making the sailcloth in time to give it to today's champion. I'm really glad I got to give it to you, Link. Make sure you take good care of it, okay? Thanks for making it up here to do this with me today like you promised, Link. You got it. Now, we really should finish up this ritual. You do know what happens at the end, right?
Uh-oh.
And just what are you thinking? Don't be silly. This is your big moment, Link. You have to jump off the statue! Look down. See that big round design in the courtyard below? To finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right in the center of it. Leap off the ledge here, right before you hit the ground, press the R to open your sailcloth. Just how brave are you? If you were really fearless, you'd wait until the last second to use your sailcloth. So, ready to jump?
I don't think that same mentality would go for a parachute. Oh, okay, I guess we're just going. So here we actually can move back and forth using our Joy-Con, try to get towards the center using that, and oh, not exactly the center, but it was close enough. And use the R to open our sailcloth once we get close to the ground. It was center enough.
That was perfect! You're amazing, Link.
Perfect is a bit of a strong word.
You know, Link, seeing as how you won today, and with the weather being so nice, you think maybe you'd like to, you know, go fly around the clouds together? Link! Hey, Link! Today was amazing. Watching you win the race, performing the ritual together. I'll always remember this. It really was wonderful. You know, Link, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about.